Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. A woman with a baseball bat on a stranger's property was arrested on suspicion of resisting arrest. On Monday night, San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies received a report from a homeowner who saw a woman on their property via surveillance camera footage. Deputies responded to the home in the 1600 block of Old Woman Springs Road in Landers, where they say they found Kimberly Harwood, 44, holding a baseball bat on the property. Deputies say that Harwood refused to put the baseball bat down and that she continued to refuse their orders. Harwood was taken into custody without further incident. Kimberly Harwood was arrested for investigation into resisting arrest and possession of drug paraphernalia and was booked into the Morongo Basin Jail. She has since been released on bail. The Landers Homestead Valley Association held their monthly meeting on Monday night. Annalise Kuiper joins us with details from the meeting.
The California State Department of Justice has reinstated the Landers Homestead Valley Association's charitable organization registration as per July 2, 2025. President Mike Lipsitz reported that the association will be on probation for 3 years due to their multiple years of noncompliance. Sergeant Jacob Naylor of the Morongo Basin Sheriff Station reported that Cher's son, Elijah Blue Allman, allegedly overdosed at his home in Landers. Fortunately, Allman survived. According to the sergeant, overdose cases are being treated as homicides and drug dealers are being prosecuted. 3rd District County Supervisor Don Rao's field representative Glenn Harris reported that a big cleanup is happening in Lucerne Valley at the Market and Hardware store on August 2nd, which will be open to all unincorporated areas in the district. Jo Marie McKenzie, president of the Bighorn Desert View Water Agency's Board of Directors, reported that a special meeting will be held on Wednesday, July 16th at 6 p.m. in order to select a new board member. Applicants will be interviewed, a selection process will be completed, and the candidate who receives 3 or more votes will be sworn in and appointed to the Board of Directors. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
The Yucca Valley Town Council received updates on 2 major municipal projects at last night's meeting, which ran nearly 3.5 hours. Online news editor Robert Hayden was there and joins us with the first of his 2 recaps.
First up, the town council recognized Wanda Statham as she retired from the job she's held for nearly 11 years, heading up and running the Yucca Valley Chamber of Commerce. Wanda was described as an Energizer bunny by Mayor Jeff Droz, saying she's been a tireless representative for businesses in Yucca Valley as well as the town itself. Council members chimed in and commented on her creative talents as a sign maker, marketer, and water aerobics instructor. And although she's retiring, Wanda let everybody know.
You haven't seen the last of me, of course.
Next up, High Desert Water District General Manager Tony Culver gave an update on the second phase of the sewer project. A $104 million grant and a final budget approval from the state means that the water project can finally break ground on August 4th. Then he says on August 11th, actual digging begins.
Which is huge. It's a big milestone for us.
One of the concerns Yucca Valley homeowners have expressed with the second phase of the sewer project is the cost for single-family homeowners with western Joshua trees on their property. Culver said that the town and the High Desert Water District met with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife to collaborate on a delegation agreement to eliminate those fees for homeowners. Town Manager Curtis Yakimau also mentioned the meeting with the CDFW during staff updates, and we'll keep you updated as we follow up and get more details on what was discussed. Council members received an update on the aquatic center currently being erected near Brem Park. Project manager Jen Mankia from the Dahlin Group said that the project has progressed from groundwork to vertical construction. That means walls are being erected and a skeleton layout of the facility is beginning to take shape. She shared photos and time lapses of the construction on the center, along with news that the project is nearing the 50% completion mark and it's still on schedule for it to wrap up by June of 2026. The update on the animal shelter operational review status was moved forward in the meeting's agenda due to the amount of people in attendance who wanted to make public comment. We'll have a report on that update and the extensive public comment period that followed it on your Z107.7 News on Thursday. CAL FIRE provided an updated fire hazard severity zone map for the town. The map designates different areas with a high or moderate risk of wildfire, and homeowners in the high area will have to comply with some hardening requirements that will reduce the risk of fires igniting in that area. We'll have links to everything mentioned in this story on our website, along with the town's debrief on the fireworks fiasco that failed to light up the sky on July 4th. That's all at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors will hold their regular 6 p.m. meeting tonight at Covington Park's multipurpose room. Reporter Gabriel Hart joins us with a look at their agenda.
In continued business, the board will discuss moving forward with the Morongo Valley Dog Park, as well as discuss the installation of lighting and security cameras for Covington Park and Geeson Field. For action items, the board will discuss creating a walking trail on the district's unused property located by the elementary school, providing a safe, accessible outdoor space for residents to exercise and enjoy nature, promoting community health and wellness. The board will discuss participation with an inmate work release program, providing supervised inmate labor for tasks like park maintenance and graffiti removal at no direct labor cost. The partnership would support community reintegration efforts while helping the district maintain public spaces efficiently within limited budgets. The Desert Region Fire Safe Council will continue its plans to occupy Morongo Valley Fire Department Station Number 2, and the board will discuss, review, and approve a lease agreement. The CSD has discussed the Covington Park mural project since May 22nd, and the board will discuss the next steps for submission from community artists. Finally, the board will discuss Resolution 2502, which will allow the general manager to submit a grant application to the Land and Water Conservation Fund for the Covington Park Revitalization Project. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
This week is World Snake Week, a time to consider the snake. We've got plenty of them here in the Morongo Basin, and one local snake wrangler is eager to spread the good word about these ground slitherers. I spoke with 29 Palms-based snake wrangler Paisley Ramstead. She's put together 2 local events to help celebrate our local legless reptile population, but before she tells you about those, she told me what she loves about snakes.
Oh, just everything. I've spent so much time with snakes, and every year I get to witness a snake eating roadkill or a snake climbing something I didn't think they would climb, or there's just so much for us to learn.
What is misunderstood about snakes?
The biggest misconception is probably that snakes are out to get us. Everybody's got a story that their cousin's friend was chased by a 12-foot Mojave green rattlesnake. And that just isn't true. Snakes, they can be defensive. We try not to use the term aggressive. More than anything, they just want to be left alone. So we have about 20 species of snake in the Morongo Basin. Depending on if you include certain parts of the Coachella Valley or other parts of the high desert, you might get up to 22, 23. The majority of our snakes are non-venomous, and our only venomous snakes are rattlesnakes. So if you see a snake and it has a nice, long, pointy, sharp tail, that is not a rattlesnake. That is a completely harmless snake that if you don't pick it up, it won't bite you. But if it, for some reason, did bite you, completely harmless, just wash your hands real good. It is World Snake Week is happening July 13th through 19th. World Snake Week was started by a little cohort of rattlesnake and other snake researchers, including my friend Dr. Emily Taylor, who is one of the leading rattlesnake biologists here in California and kind of nationwide. And I decided I do some snake outreach. I want to get involved with World Snake Week, so I've put together a couple events as well.
What are the events you've got running?
First, we're going to do snake trivia at Masa Menos on Wednesday, July 16th, which is actually World Snake Day. And that one, I'm partnering with the Joshua Tree National Park Association. So there's going to be some opportunities to benefit them and test your snake knowledge. And I will also be there with my outreach booth so you can come learn about snakes and even meet and touch and hold a live snake if you're interested.
So that's like bar trivia, but snake themed?
Yes. And there's going to be something for everybody. So whether you are an expert on local snakes or whether you know nothing, I promise there will be questions that you know. And then the other one is on Friday, July 18th, Paisley's Snake Pit is going to pop up at Corner 62 in 29 Palms. Again, I will have my outreach table. I'll have live snakes to meet. We have a little snakeskin craft station. So I've got a bunch of shed skins that people are going to get to play with to take a little treasure home. The corner at 62 is also going to be doing a Snake Plissken lookalike contest, as well as an Axl Rose snake dance contest. So really something for everybody, whether you're into snakes or not. It's going to be a lot of fun, and all the shops are open late, so.
Paisley Ramstead will be popping up with her Snakes and Snake Trivia tonight at Mosso Menos from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. She and her snakes will be at Corner 62 in 29 Palms on Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And finally, the Flamingo Heights Community Center is hosting a ping pong tournament and game night tonight at 7 p.m. You can face off with your neighbors in a friendly round-robin ping pong tournament, team up for your favorite board games, try out their vintage shuffleboard table, or relax with a puzzle. You're welcome to bring a game to play or just come by. The event is free, but donations are welcome. The Flamingo Heights Community Center is located at 55977 Paris Street in Flamingo Heights. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmetz.